Hey everybody, fWhip here, and welcome back to episode number 10 of our Minecraft Survival Let's Play. We're starting off here inside the house where things are a little messy and overflowing, right? This is pretty rough. This is one of the worst storage systems I think I've ever had for quite a long time. Heaven's sake, over here, inside the beam of our house, we're storing dirt. Inside of the framework of our balcony, we're storing cobblestone. Today, I want to be able to fix that and build up an actual storage room that we can, store everything inside of right down in this area. We're going to be working on the dock section a lot more today, and I'm so very excited about it. But before we do that, we've got a few chores to tackle here I just want to harvest up all the crops and replant them so that we can keep the stores growing. Now, while we're doing this, I've got two questions here for y'all. One, why don't you go ahead and click that like button down below for me? And two, we'll get to in just a moment here, depositing all this stuff inside, and then some more carrots right into here. And actually, I'm going to bring that wheat with us. Check this out. The villager breeder is working. If you missed that at the end of the last episode, a little teaser there showing our first baby, but it's broken. The collection system down there to move them up when they're fully grown is not working. We're going to fix that here momentarily. On top of that, I've also been smelting down a bunch of bricks and iron for today's build. And now for question number 2. When I had originally started this series, I had intended that about episode 10 or something after that, we would start creating our outpost base around the world at the different areas where we are collecting resources from. So the mesa, the flower forest for dyes, the different forest biomes that we're using to gather wood, and that sort of stuff. That being said, we're on episode 10 right now, as y'all probably are very aware. I've said that 3 times. So I'm curious to know, down in the comments below, what do you think we should be doing for the next few episodes? Should we stay inside of the city we're working on in the village and expand our villager production, or should we start working on the surrounding areas? I would love to have some dyes to work with, as well as some terracotta for actually building up the place. So maybe we can start setting up those 2 areas here in the next little while, but let me know what you're thinking. That being said, as we're moving throughout here, there are a lot of random stray cows like these 2 guys right here that I figured we could just kind of deal with and potentially get some leather in the process. Or beef falling off the edge. And leather falling off the edge. Oh no. Thank God for being in a jungle and having vines going everywhere. We can just use this to go down and right back up. Speaking of the vines, however, I did bring some string with me so we can start taming these back a little bit further because they're getting a little out of hand. Now over to the villager breeder or the villager collection area. The problem that we had in the last episode is the roof over there was too low. So by raising everything up an entire block, it actually created enough space for villagers to walk on top of the beds. And then these guys recognize them as beds that they can fill up the village with. However, now down here we have villager number 1. And then if we jump inside, we'll see villager number 2 and 3 are just hanging out right down there and not really getting pushed upwards. What's supposed to be happening is they're going into here on top of the blocks and then being moved up like that. I don't really know why it's not happening. What I think we can do here is actually dropping this water down by 1 as they are all floating up. That's good. We'll just get them out of the way for now. Something like this should hopefully work to be able to get them all going forwards. I think that's going to do the trick. We have a baby in here, but we're going to leave these guys for a little bit. That's enough villager messing around with today. We do have 4 brand new villagers, though. I thought they would be breeding as if they're jungle villagers, but it looks like they're not. Are we not in a jungle biome where we're breeding villagers? If so, I'm going to be quite sad about that. We're not. This entire place is a beach biome in this corner. And then over here, we have a jungle biome. So I'm assuming those beds are all inside of the beach biome. That's a big bummer. What's even more of a bummer is I accidentally broke some of the farmland. Oh my gosh, we have a flaming skeleton over here. I was just trying to go back home and sleep in my bed and get started on the building. I'm getting attacked and lit on fire. I got really confused thinking these llamas were just attached to the wall over here, but we have a wandering trader with some cool dyes and things. Red sand would be nice. But, ooh, hi, hello, goodbye. All right, I was just attacked by another skeleton that jumped off of this island onto me, and so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take it down. I don't know why it would matter with an island being up here or not. Nothing else is really too mob spawnable. Maybe this area we can throw a torch on, and then this island over here, I'm just gonna take it down. To be honest, it looks so much better with that being a clear open area to see the mountain behind it. As we're waiting on a few more things to be smelting up over here, might as well let the clay go through first since it's already in there. I thought we could head over to the enchanting airship and enchant another pickaxe and hopefully get fortune 3 on a diamond pickaxe. What are we gonna get today using this half broken down one? Fortune 2. It's better than nothing. So we can do that. It's just straight fortune 2. So we can combine those together. Then we just need 1 more fortune 2. 11 levels to combine it in here. That's okay. We have that crazy new experience farm that I'm still working on. We're going to do most of that over on the streams with that triple spawner we found. but it's gonna be so fun to have set up in the end. I guess to get ourselves moving forwards here and actually being able to spend some time doing useful stuff instead of sitting around AFK and waiting for all those things to smelt, I'm gonna start just breaking down a bunch of things and clearing out a bit of the area. I'll be honest, I totally forgot about the back of the fireplace that we have inside of this building actually stretched out way deep into the wall, so that's gonna be something we're gonna have to be careful of as we're building. Again, with the absolutely destroying the terrain around our base to hopefully make it look better in the end, I'm bringing this sand all the way up here to the dirt mountain edge. I think I'm just gonna tear it all out. Hopefully this will also stop the creepers that have been dropping on me or running into me while I've been trying to go up my staircase. Speaking of which, there's a skeleton right over here. Just gonna take you out real fast, but we can turn this into a really cool little garden area up here of sorts, maybe a little park or something. Could be kind of a cool build to do. That is definitely a lot more space we can be working with down here, and I want to throw the main storage room inside of here, and then we're gonna also have another building attached off to this end over there. I want to have a little bit of a line using some of the dirt right here. Let's see, that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so we can have a 7 wide building face in here with probably a 3 wide doorway in the middle. This is going to be mostly for decoration. We can have it just instantly turn and curve this way and be a back entrance into the storage room itself. The idea behind this structure is that it's supposed to be a bit of a tower, so then we can have another line maybe coming off of here, or we can actually have it coming off of right here next to the doorway, and maybe we extend the doorway over being able to be on this side, so it's a little bit more off center than otherwise would be. But what I want to do here was we can have a 2 wide window, we can have another 2 wide window, and then this point, it might be a little weird. I think I gotta bump this back a few blocks because I wanted to take this right out of here and then add a 3rd window onto it if possible. And then I was thinking we can have a single block right here, then doing 1 2 3 4 5, and we have another block right in there, and then this would be going straight backwards. This was meant to be like a garage door. A lot of this is going to be cut back into the mountain itself, so while I'm working, I should probably just clear out a lot of this sand here too, so it's not falling on us constantly as we're building. I know we're just a few minutes into today's episode. Wow, this chest is full of sand and everything already. I was going to add all that stuff I had into it, but nope. We're starting a new barrel full, and then we can put the rest in here. Yes, my storage room was overflowing out of the house and all this down to here, but as I was going to say, is this episode, I feel like very quickly off the bat is turning into a largely building episode, and I'm sorry about that. I've been really enjoying doing a lot of the adventure stuff. Seems like people have been doing that as well, but for some reason, I just got the itch to build today. I have not thought this through in the slightest as we're going, and I don't have a way to get up there anymore. It's a problem. We're just gonna make a little staircase like this for now. All right, coming down here, I reworked the dock a little bit and bumped these 2 guys a bit forward there. We'll get this filled in here soon. Let's just do some dirt so we don't fall down there. And then coming over here to build up the structure itself, I was thinking we could do polished granite and polished granite right here. And then inside of all of this stuff, I wanted to try bringing some of that light gray concrete we had and create a little bit of like a front entry area. And then we're going to bring in some of these polished andesite slabs and help creating a little bit of a doorway for ourselves coming all the way forward here. And actually what we might do is bring these guys up. And we can have brick wall, and then we're gonna be, or brick block and then brick wall, and we're gonna do bam, and then bring this up 1 2 3 4 5, and kind of doing a similar pattern to what we have over here with the top of this bit. We can have that coming in here, and we can bring in some stone bricks, and then I want to have this kind of stretching up over here and bringing ourselves up to a same central point. Oh, I still don't have feather falling. That hurt a little bit. Which in turn is going to get everything right here into the center and looking all fancy schmancy, and then we can bring ourselves upright like this, and I think we can just have the one central point on this one. Now with this one over at this point, I think this dirt wall, we can honestly bring it forward one. We're going to design the front facade of the structure and then deal with everything else. But if we go 1 2 and 3 right in there, I want to make this doorway feel large. I want this to feel very, very large coming inside of the house, or the storage warehouse that we're creating here. That's got a much better little bit of an archway to it and feels like a very grand entrance, which is kind of what I'm going for on this one. Found these old videos when I've been scrolling through Pinterest recently on my Pinterest board. Link in the description if you want to get some inspiration for any Minecraft builds. But I found these old builds that I actually had made on Pinterest. And it's funny because I got inspired by my own stuff that I made years ago that I forgot about. So we're going 1 2 3 4 and 5 with the windows and bringing this all the way across the top, and that'll line us up here perfectly. But as I was saying, I found these old builds that I'd done where I was actually creating a steampunk city originally that was just so absolutely cool to look at, where I'd come up with a bunch of car designs and just different things around the area that I just thought were so fun. and it made me want to try and build vanilla versions of them in here because I'd unfortunately made those ones with Conquest Reforged. So I guess what I'm trying to say off of that one there is if you're ever at a point where you're struggling with inspiration, you don't know what to do, maybe even going and scrolling through your Minecraft screenshot folder or things you've done in the past can be a great way to do it if you're not finding that inspiration when you're looking outside. Because right now it's a little, I'm not too happy with it. Another option we could go with, however, is turning them into one wide windows and having a bunch of walls in between them. We might be able to squeeze 3 windows in here instead. Because if we add brick walls right like this, that does create a full wall, add some more depth to it, and we get something along this line, which I do enjoy. I think that's kind of cool. You know what? I actually really enjoyed that. That looks really nice. And then what if we also brought here at the base to help kind of round it out, add some more character to it, is we like add some full blocks there, and then we can maybe do the same right up here. Helps to break up the flat geometric shape we have and give it some extra character, and then unfortunately we'll have to move this guy over another block. We are very quickly running through the supplies of bricks that I have on me right now, which kind of is a big bummer. From down here, it is feeling very grand and large and just impressive, which I am really happy about. And one thing I did want to do to break up all of the brick that we have is add in a lot of granite, similarly to how we did it over there. Definitely want to add some sort of a design up here. I almost feel like this could be a welcome to port something or another sign right in there. Would be absolutely perfect coming in from the ocean. I keep coming back to this structure over here and feeling like having it sticking all the way to being the very edge of this one is not going to work out because then it's going to make it way too large. I originally wanted to have it intersecting this wall going back a few blocks, so if we can treat this instead of having all these bricks in here, we can bring it back saying to right here or something like that. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's like the full size of this building. We're just doing a 7x7 square. My thought is we can have the building going back this far underground, which means I'm going to have to clear out a lot of this stuff up here. And so I think for now, I might just take it all up to probably at that grass layer. And I'm just going to spend a few minutes here clearing a bunch of blocks. Where can I throw my inventory so I don't fill it up and lose everything else? This is one of those things I should have thought about beforehand and planned with some TNT or something like that to make it more fun, but nope. After clearing out the area, I have been using the rest of the bricks that we have to the fullest, as far as they can really go. Got this side lined out there. We're going to have the bricks going along that way. We've got the roof up here, and I've started to determine where the shapes are going to go and where we're going to have the excess spots. So like this would be hidden, so I don't need to throw any bricks inside of here, you know, up to that layer at least. Over here, I threw in a big old window right like that, guys, so we could copy these things over here. And I think, honestly, the way I might do this is Silk Touch, please. Yes, you are. I'm not a big fan of the darker color being up on the top, so I think I'm going to just swap it real fast and do that. And then we can have these down there. Yes, that looks a million times better. Then over here, we've got a little bit of a trapdoor action going on. We're going to have a lantern hanging from that guy. And then I figured over at this point as well, we could throw another lantern just hanging off right there. So we're getting a little bit of light around this area, a little bit of mob proofing action going on. And what I need to do next is take all of this granite that I still have and scatter it within all of the brick up here. Another thing worth mentioning is I added this chimney off the side here. Just thought it was a cool bit of a design that I found online on a lot of other industrial looking furnace building, storage, warehouse buildings that I found, so threw that thing up there. My staircase of shame of I keep having to go up and get more blocks is growing further and further to where we have a full staircase now, which sadly by the end of this whole mission to create our new walkway up here, that's probably going to be more efficient than what I'm working on. Now this flat wall we've created back here is quite gross, as y'all can probably see right now, and that's gonna be something we're terraforming here in the future and making it look super nice, like a little custom cave overhang or something along those lines. A little bit what we were kind of inspired to do out on the outside ocean facing edge. Now moving on to the roof area, over here we use the polished blackstone, and what I was thinking on this one we could use is actually polished blackstone stairs, just to break it up a bit and have something new and fun in here. I think we're gonna be able to fill it all in with that for now. I've also got the area plotted out for the secondary structure over here. That might be one for a future episode. This thing has taken me a lot more time than I thought it would. Now previously we had the roof super far suppressed down below, and it was basically starting at that block here. I want to give ourselves as much interior space as we can while still not compromising the design. So we're gonna go all the way up here, or are we? Yeah, we'll go with this because I don't want it at the same side as that slab. Then we can do these guys right up here at the top, and then we're going to be bringing it all the way back down, and I cannot line these up. Since we have this point sticking out here, we're going to have to bring in a few flat ones and then have those start working their way up here as well, but it shouldn't cause too many issues. Maybe this section right here we can actually just do with some slabs all the way across. I think this will be our best result, and then we have two different slopes working, which can also add a little bit more interest to this build as well. I am confuzzled, but I think we've got it. I'm getting very spooky factory vibes right now. The rain has started over here, and there's thunder going on, and I'm just a few blocks shy of finishing this thing and quickly taking out some mobs before we take a look back at the building, and you can go away. Another zombie villager. If only I still needed you, my friend. Back on the boat, though, it looks really cool in here. I can't wait to get the interior attached to this whole thing, get a lot of that stuff figured out, and looking super, super nice. But from the inside, too, we're gonna have to add something below it so it's not just black stone on our ceiling. Every single mob you can imagine in the overworld is right over here just hanging out. That's fun. Let's get rid of the creeper before the skeleton realizes we're here. From the outside, minus our little tower over here on the front right side, everything's pretty much done. The entire exterior of the structure, it's actually turned out to be a pretty simple one. Just a lot of hard to get materials being with all the bricks in here. Stonemason villagers are gonna be coming sooner than you think at this point. If it's one of the main build blocks we're using down here, oh my gosh, I need them. All of the roof sections are in, then walls are filled in, except those few blocks right over there. This back wall, I'm just gonna leave those empty for now. I don't think we're gonna use brick on them, so I think it'll be fine. But coming back up into here, I thought it'd be kind of fun to throw in a little bit of a bay window. So we've right above the doorway, we've got all of these blocks. They're just kind of doing nothing up here. I was thinking a window could be perfect. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, why don't we just throw in a bay window? That's kind of something fun and unique that we haven't really done around the city yet. Or the village, whatever this thing is called. To do that, all we gotta do is 2 full blocks of glass right there, and then we take 2 stains, 2 stained, and then the panes, and then the panes, and then we do like this, and all we gotta do is bring some more spruce stairs right up here to round off the window. Ooh, I like that. I already like that. Yes, that is gonna work out perfectly for us. Now we have to decorate the second floor of that one too. But inside of here, I just think I gotta spend a little bit of time getting this thing figured out. We're super far into the video at this point already, so I'm just gonna spend some time working on the interior, and I'll come back with y'all once I have at least a half decent update for you. I dug a big hole, and apparently there's a creeper inside of it. That's fun. Added some rails to the side. Big update. I found some iron, and we have a new roof. I made a bunch of chests to fill in this wall with, and it was not nearly enough. Started working on a decorative back wall here using some jungle log that we're going to be stripping down and then adding some jungle planks around it to fill in the gaps. And we end with a little something like this guy right up there. I like that. It's a nice little decorative backing wall for ourselves. And still need more chests down here. Now we have place to store all of our goods, and it's time to finish making this area look cool. And now fully equipped with a minecart track. That does not make it. Getting a little bit more weight on this guy now in test number 2. Perfect, exactly what we want. Very, very cool. I love that. One final touch for the floor requires picking up a little bit of sand over here, crafting up some gray concrete powder, and we're gonna be using this as the entire floor area down here, where it currently has a gross amount of stones. I think it's gonna look really cool. I do hope this is enough of the gray concrete powder. A stack and a half should hopefully get us through, otherwise we gotta go kill some more squiddy boys. And we are just shy. Okay, time to put some temporary torches down here again so we don't get any more creepers in here and go kill some squids. I've never seen them before inside this world. We now also have some pillagers outside of our place. We can't kill them right now because otherwise those villagers are going to start a raid. Not interested in that today. Really not interested in that one today. Finally, there we go. There's some squids. No, they disappeared. Okay, they're back and they disappeared. And they're back and they're gone. And they're back and they're gone. And he attack. There we go, the final blocks are in place, and it's looking so clean down here. We'll have to figure out the lighting issue somehow, because right now I think we gotta just do a few torches around the edge, maybe some more on here itself, and then something right over here. Hopefully that'll be able to be enough. Maybe. Light levels are looking a little rough in here. Still mob spawnable. What we could do is somehow use some glowstone or something underneath the chests and give ourselves some more light. That is another option. Which, looking inside the nether chest, we've got 53 shroom lights. Not much glowstone, but the shroom lights could be okay too. I'm hoping to hide this as much as possible, so I think we're gonna do the back row with it, and the way we can get down there super easily is by using one of the trap doors right here and plopping ourselves down, and we're just gonna fly along here and break all the concrete powder and put the shroom lights down. There we go, you can barely see it, but now we can definitely see the stone wall behind it. We'll figure that one out later. Maybe some more bricks and some more of that pattern up there could be good. Again, this is just a temporary storage room that's probably about 10 times the size of our current one, but we'll eventually be moving up into the mountains most likely. Currently distracting myself from moving all of my items down here because that sounds like a massive pain in the butt, but I was thinking right in this very spot right here, why don't we add in a little bit of a truck like I had talked about before. It won't be something that's really going to be able to move around this area too much, but I kind of just want it in here anyways because I think it'll look cool. So we're going to be building it, and I guess this is a 3 wide entrance, so it's 2 wide. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to bump it over this way, so it's a little bit more away from our staircase. So starting up there with some front wheels, I'm thinking count back 3 right here, and we can do some back wheels. Ooh, look at that, front wheels and back wheels. I know, big deal. And then the bada. No, I just built it. I just started. I also blew up the window, and I need more trapdoors. All right, wall is repaired, floor is in, window is in, and the back area over here is ready to go. Hopefully we don't get disturbed this time. I decided to throw in this little bit of patchworky material around here. I kind of like this, just filling in the blanks with that. Honestly, might use it to build a building here soon. Kind of falling in love with the pattern. But now, here we have the bed of our car, where I was thinking we could bring in some polished blackstone stairs here to look like the front of an old-timey engine. Then on top of that, for the engine itself, we've got some blast furnaces right in there. That's kind of the front hood of it, right? Then on top of that adds a little bit of an exhaust pipe to bring in our little steampunky bits right in there. And then for now, let's do just some oak planks right there. That's not perfect. That's not perfect at all. But then I was thinking over here, and this is where it's going to really annoy me because that's going to connect to the window on the outside. It is. Okay, I'm moving this all over one block. Again, redoing things. While moving the car, I had a small epiphany here. What if we bring in some looms like that to look a little bit like a dashboard of sorts on this side, then also be part of the engine grille on this side. Anyways, bringing our glass panes back in, we can add those guys in here, and then the iron bars on the side are going to help make the glass panes go across the entire distance. And to give ourselves a little bit of a technical car vibe, why not throw some redstone repeaters? I don't know what they do, but they sparkle and they look nice up there, so let's do it. And then we need some seats, so we've got some seats. And back here, what do we have? We got some barrels, but I kind of want to have them facing the other direction. So what if we do, let's flip these. We have a chest right here, and we have another chest right there. And then back in here, we can take some barrels maybe from right there and flip it so it has that outside texture. So it feels a little bit more like a wall instead of, an edge of a barrel. It's looking like a cool convertible at this point in time. And bringing in some more spruce trapdoors as well as some of these signs. We can extend these guys all the way around, adding some more support paneling so our chest won't go rocking all over the place. And maybe giving itself a little bit of a bed in the back to be able to fold down, or, in this case, fold up so we can actually walk behind there. And what if we did, just for the heck of it, I got 2 more chests on us. Let's throw that guy right into here. And we can do some trapdoors to make so we have a little bit of a back to it. And then back into bringing some spruce slabs right up here. Can this be the top hood of the car? No creepers? No creepers. Okay, we're good. Any creepers down here? Nobody? No, nothing back in here? All right, we're all good. How's that? Well, we can't really see it from down here. And we got an extra sign or 2, so let's throw some right there. And we can do a little bit of a back area right there. Need a license plate number for the car here eventually, but it looks pretty cool from out here. I like that. I think it looks really funny. In a good way. Funny in a good way, right? Now the side's a little open over here, so what if we try, I got these guys down here. I'm trying to find ways to use crimson wood more, so we can bring them in and flip that up. That helps to kind of bulk it out a little bit there for where a door would be. The back is looking super sweet. We could honestly, if we want to, bring these guys back here like this. I feel like that's a little too far. It looks more like a hat instead of, a hood of a car. So I think I'm gonna just chop these down. I was gonna try smokers and or composters hidden in here somewhere, but I'm liking this as is. So what if instead of that, we created a little bit of a machine back here where right against this wall, we can have like a smoker right here. We can have a composter right here. We have a few polished black stone walls or something sticking up right in there. And then on top of that, I don't know, some weird machinery thing. And if I had some more bricks, I literally used my last 3 bricks to create the flower pot right here. But I'd love to put a little flower pot on top of both of those. 100% worth it to come out here and find some clay. Oh, please let me off the boat. Yes it is. Our base is starting to look so absolutely insane back here. I am Loving this with the extra brick structure right in there and not just that weird terrain anymore. Oh, it's looking so good. I know today has been jam-packed full of building, but I think it was worth it. And we even got our car in there. Woo, it's looking good. While those are cooking up, I had an idea to come over here with some gray concrete, and we're gonna just use the concrete powder, then add the gray concrete in later. Can I break this, or does that show the inside? No, it does not, because I double layered it. Good job, me. And adding in a little bit of water around here, we can solidify all of the concrete, and it's gonna be looking so nice. Please don't wash away any torches. I really worked hard on placing them all. Without completely destroying our pickaxe, we've now got a wall over there ready to go. And I was thinking on top of that, just as a quick route that we could use to get up and down was I was going to make a few ladders. Just so we can more easily move upwards and downwards as we need. And then we'll have the long walkway going all the way around when we want to take the scenic route. One extra bit to try would be right down here. Instead of having the concrete, what if we brought in some smooth stone? Just to give it more of a bounding, some fortifying feature below. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And we can get rid of this disgusting thing. And I need to replace the floor over here with a bunch more stripped dark oak logs and replace that little thing. Oh my gosh, just the little chores have to be done around here. And I haven't even started moving my items in. I'm scared. Just now looking at the clock after working on this storage room over here for the entire day. Wow, it has been a long one. We've got the start of the rickety pathway that I've been wanting to do going all the way down over here. We'll work on terraforming this stuff out here later on, but right now it ends at this point. I want to get this house figured out what it's going to look like, and then we'll finish this pathway probably winding around the back edge of it is my thought. But coming out here to the front, I finished up a second row right there, you probably saw, and I crafted up a bunch of barrels, note blocks, and composters that we could just throw around the area to look like some storage boxes of things, of just stuff being around here. I want to throw like a wagon in the center here, but for now we'll just leave it open. Eventually we're going to be coming across and adding a lot more floating stuff in the area. Not quite like the minecart in here, but maybe some things with chains, with lanterns hanging down for them, just adding some more functionality of technical stuff, of being able to light up the area more creatively. I kind of did some torch spam over there since a creeper blew up our car, and I didn't want that to happen again. But down here, we could maybe do some extra barrels here in the center and just add these guys around, and probably needing a crafting table on this side as well, so I'm not running over there to here to there to there to blah, 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 all over the place. It was kind of annoying in the hardcore storage room. I kept having to run from one side to the other to find a crafting table. But folks, oh my gosh, I am way out of time for today's episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. Click that like button down below if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're brand new. And my friends, I will catch you on the fWhip side.